I was laughing. I felt like a child. I didn't want to do anything apart from that. And I'm gonna just rock this whole place. Boom, bam, Battlefield is back. Yes, that's what I must say, guys. It is time that we finally can enjoy our beloved, our favorite franchise. We've been waiting for this for too long, since 2011, 2013. The waiting days are finally over. We have no GTA 6 that we've been waiting for since 2023 when the official trailer was released, but we have BF6, 500,000 players right now. This is crazy. The stats say that this is it's a major game. Let's just get a piece of excitement that we've all been waiting for. Millennials, boomers, Gen Z, Gen Alpha. Well, I'm sorry, Gen Alpha, you can't buy this game. With Vince Zampella, the head director, the main guy, the OG who made Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2. He is the chef. Let him cook. And that's the main dish. So he's back with another release, something that he is really good at making military shooter games with an approximate amount of budget like $400 million and 4 years of hard work, and he is back with a new release that is shocking the whole world right now. I don't really remember the last time I had so much excitement in my life, because the older you get, the harder it is for you to find pleasure, the real satisfaction. And Battlefield 6 got me like when I was 20 or something. I was so anticipated, and it is now out. And congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. I hope they're not gonna F this up. They're not gonna make it an annual release. Drop the next game in like 3 years, and meanwhile we'll have a few seasons with full of content, with great content, not some childish things as like in Call of Duty that we have. Now it's really hard to believe in something good in the world, but things like that, little things like that, they make me start believing in the good part of this world. Even when you're 33, there's just something that keeps you excited. Wake up with a smile, brush your teeth, and say to yourself right there in the mirror, like a couple hours before going to sleep, I will get to my PC console and just play it, enjoy it, make some destruction. I mean, virtual destruction, of course. Some people definitely will never understand how a game can excite you that much. Of course not. I mean, people are different, but me and you guys, we are gamers. We know what this is, and that means that other people will see us happy and will spread the love and spread the happiness all around. Yeah, so, well, I mean, Battlefield 6 makes people happy. I'm gonna tell you guys my own experience of the Battlefield 6 campaign, the main story, but of course with no spoilers. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, so you are in safe hands. The only thing that I must say about the story itself, it's just after beating it for the first time, and plus there was so much military slang for me, even though I'm a guy who played Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Modern Warfare 2, 3. I mean, I do know what they mean probably, but right there in the context, and plus when there's just so much going on the screen, and when you have to shoot, when you have to realize what you're gonna do next, and then listen to those dialogues that are happening in between. So I really want to play it again, probably on veteran difficulty, you know. Gotta love a challenge, right? And the other thing I must say about this story is that the characters, the team that we're staying with throughout the whole campaign, those are great characters. I believe that, but for me, they weren't revealed enough. I mean, I would love to have like Battlefield 7 with a continuation of the story, and what's really funny about that is that I beat the campaign only once, but I still remember the characters. Believe me, it's actually hard for me to remember names in general, but especially in games, and I still remember all 4 of them. I'm gonna name them right now. Okay, so it's Murphy, it's Gecko, it's Lopez, and it's Carter. Hell yes, I remember them all. That is crazy. That is crazy. I'm truly happy for that. But I wish they were revealed to me just a little bit more. but the core thing, let's say, yeah, that was great. I mean, those characters and the actors, they did a great job. And the girl out there, everybody says nowadays, women in military shooter games, they don't really look good, but I must say, that girl over there, Gecko, she's so pretty. She's got plump lips, she's got a beautiful nose, she's got big eyes, very beautiful eyes. And I kind of fell in love while I was playing. It's a really good story. It had to be worked on just a little bit more, but we would have to wait until 2026 or something, and I don't really think that would be a great idea for us. I'm sure that the next story in Battlefield 7 or whatever it's gonna be, it's going to be a good one. And P.S. Thank you, Battlefield Studios, for making me play for a character that actually can talk. Because like Far Cry 5 or recent Call of Duty games, I just don't want to feel like playing for a character who doesn't even talk. Like, how can you not talk? I want to feel it. I want to feel you. So I feel closer to this person. So I really need him to talk just because I get immersed much better. You know what was really funny and surprising for me when I started playing Battlefield 6 is when I started playing the first mission. Well, like, it's based for games, you know, like nowadays, whatever. Like, okay, I'm gonna have a lot of conversations. Like, I'm gonna get introduced to the characters. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna take things slow, and then like boom, the huge explosions like all over the battlefield, and you get immersed right real quick in just a few seconds, right when you just get a control of your character. So it really takes just a few seconds until the action starts. You get immersed like really quick, and I was like, okay, all right. So you just told me, okay, Alex, hold my beer. I was surprised, absolutely, yeah. I was really surprised. I might say thank you guys. I mean, it was something cool. Of course, Battlefield 6 is not the perfect kind. I mean, there were so many references and some things that you've already seen in other games, not only in Battlefield franchise, but also in Call of Duty as well. I mean, Vince Zampella. There was a moment when I was supposed to get up the stairs with my team, and the team, they were like going so slow, and I couldn't actually go faster. So, you know, I kept pressing the stick, but I couldn't, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take my time. Something's probably gonna go down. And I was like, oh yeah, I know where it's coming. I mean, Modern Warfare 2019, the reboot version, whose idea was that? I mean, it's just one of the things that Vince Zampella is trying to mock Call of Duty for. You know, there was a really bad situation where he was kicked out of his company, Infinity Ward. Actually, he won the case. He got, you know, a lot of millions for that. But anyways, it was a real bad thing. And I do believe he's still mad at the whole situation. So, of course, we do know already that there were so many references to Call of Duty, like very subtle, especially the live action trailer. I mean, the comments say it all. There were actually some other references too, for example, to Battlefield 4, when we were supposed to get upstairs, the building, the construction site, and then the chopper would pick us up, and I was like, okay, that was definitely something we had in Mission 1 in Battlefield 4. So moving over to the main aspect of Battlefield 6, guns. I must say that it's finally the time when you have a gun like a virtual gun and it feels like it's a real one. It's not like Fortnite, recent Call of Duty games, none at all. No matter what gun you have in your hands, a pistol, LMG, automatic rifle, it doesn't matter. When you shoot it, you feel like it's real. And of course, the game is not as realistic as, for example, Escape from Tarkov, but it doesn't mean to do that. It's just something in between. I mean, the recent Call of Duty games, they are Fortnite-like. Well, except Modern Warfare 2 2022 probably. Well, the guns out there, they really felt like real guns. And of course, it's crucial when you play multiplayer, because you can play story mode a couple of times, but definitely something that you're gonna spend so many hours in, it's multiplayer. And this is important, that a gun feels like a gun, not a plastic thing. Please, Call of Duty, do something about your franchise. And speaking of guns, I remember the moment when I played as Gecko. I think it was Gibraltar, and I was meant to go down the rope, you know, the metal rope, yeah, and she didn't even have gloves on, but at the same time, all the other teammates, they had gloves. I paid attention to it. I mean, is that a bug, or it's just something they did on purpose? I was like, come on guys, this is really stupid. I mean, it's a crucial moment, guys, and you're just ruining it. She's sliding down the rope, the metal rope, with her bare hands. I mean, it's crazy. $400 million budget. Who did that? Come on, guys. Like, this little thing, it matters. Well, the next mission was so great. That mission when you were supposed to deploy from a carrier, I think that was a carrier as far as I remember. The water was so realistic. It was probably the first game ever, the first-person shooter. It was the first time when I was supposed to shoot naval mines. I was actually excited, like, whoa. It was probably a minute long only, but still, for me, there was something like, okay, those things they do affect my opinion, my final opinion. And I definitely gotta talk about the street battles episodes. That was something impressive. They were colorful, immersive, and that was probably my favorite action part in this game, because out there in the streets of Gibraltar, I got immersed like completely. I got inside buildings, I used to just destroy things all around, look for ammo, supplies, and then I would destroy, you know, the buildings like piece to piece, and that was so incredible. And of course, eliminating enemies in those buildings, and that was awesome. I also remember one of the missions, and we had a helicopter boss, just like we're back in 90s. It felt like that, absolutely. And I thought about a guy at Ripple Effect or Motive, like whoever was working on the story, and one of the devs, he was like, how about we just put a helicopter boss in one of our missions? Like, let people do that, enjoy that. I mean, it's gonna be stupid. Some people are gonna hate us for that, but some of that are gonna laugh at this, and I did laugh. It was so funny. It was real fun. Now, of course, I must say definitely about New York City. It's my dream city. Like, when I was a teenager, I dreamt about, you know, at least playing in the streets of New York, and now I got it with like extreme graphics. And you guys are not gonna believe this, but the biggest fun that I had while playing the story, not the gunplay, even though, okay, it's top 2, but the top one. Okay, grrr, the drum roll. It took me 15 minutes to destroy walls and every other single object that I had in that building that I was meant to eliminate all those PMCs. I didn't do that. I was just destroying walls and the floor. And I was laughing. I felt like a child. I didn't want to do anything apart from that. So I told my teammates, I'm like, okay guys, you do your own thing. You got a mission to complete, whatever. So I'm gonna take my time having a sledgehammer in my hands, and I'm gonna just rock this whole place. Boom, bam. And my wife, she was like, Alex, stop, please. You can't do this anymore. Like, I am bored already. And I was like, no, I am not. This is the biggest fun that this game has. You just cannot believe that, but I was so excited. Like, it was one of the most exciting things I've ever done in games, just crushing everything with a sledgehammer. I mean, I saw that in the trailer, you can actually crush lots of things all around, but I didn't even think that it could be so much fun like that. If some of you guys had the same fun as I did, please write in the comments. I want to count all these people that actually had so much fun just like me. But on the other side, I must give you guys just a little bit of disappointment. When I played this campaign, every time I shot my enemies, the AI is just so bad. Next time in Battlefield 7, I'm not gonna forgive that. This is something that they should work on, like, as soon as possible, immediately. Maybe they have to change something by the Battlefield 6, actually, just drop a new patch or something. Well, I don't believe they're gonna do that, because, like, people, they care about multiplayer, but the main story, I don't really believe that they're gonna do something about it. But anyways, but Battlefield 7, I'm not gonna forgive that anymore. Not even mentioning, you know, some other bugs that I experienced while playing Battlefield 6. And I definitely do want to tell you guys about the tank mission. I mean, it was obvious they would, have one in this game. It was short, it was awkward, it felt like they couldn't even work properly on this mission. So they were like, okay, let's just guys get to something else, something which is more important because the clock is ticking. We need to release this game by the end of 2025. And I definitely must tell you guys about the last mission in Tajikistan. Well, first of all, it's a huge reference to Battlefield 4, the dam, the huge explosion. But of course, there was another reference to Battlefield 3. Well, I'm talking about taking down a jet just like in BF3. And I was like, okay, that is just literally something that I did in BF3. I mean, it was like a copy and paste thing. So it kind of felt like by the end of the game, devs, they were like in a hurry, the clock was ticking, and they were supposed to finish things as soon as possible. So they were trying to grab as many references, as many as possible. And I realized that I'm not enjoying it anymore. Like the first few missions, they were amazing, especially Gibraltar. I believe that is just a 7 out of 10 campaign, which rises and shines, but then it goes down by the end of it. I'm pretty sure they were in a rush. Well, maybe if they had like a half a year more or a year more, they'll probably make it much better. And that's why I really love games when they're polished so well. Not like Cyberpunk 2072, 2074, 2075. All in all, guys, the campaign was good. Yeah, I mean, some things were missing. They were clearly in a rush. But still, it's a 7 out of 9. But the biggest thing that I noticed about Battlefield 6 is that it's clearly, obviously, Call of Duty-tized. I mean, it became just a little bit of more Call of Duty. I mean, is it good? Is it bad? I'm not even sure yet. I just gotta play it a little bit more. But when I played beta, I enjoyed it a lot. Absolutely. And I reached the max level. And of course, I'm looking forward to playing Battle Royale or Battlefield 6 or just Battlefield, and I hope that all of my friends that haven't purchased the Battlefield 6 copy yet, they will do it after they play the Battle Royale version, let's say. And definitely I'm looking forward to the Season 1. I want to see the type of monetization that they're gonna set up. Of course, they need to cover the expenses, like so many hundreds of millions of dollars, but I really hope it's gonna be fair enough. Not like in mobile games when you're supposed to just literally pay for everything every single time you play. That's why actually it's one of the reasons I never play games on my phone. This is definitely something that is going to change Call of Duty once again. I really hope so. It's just the last hope. I mean, Microsoft, when they bought Activision, I was like, okay, Bobby Kotick, he's retired. And Microsoft is gonna make Call of Duty great again. And Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 6, Black Ops 7. The only hope that we have is Modern Warfare 4. First of all, I must say, thank you, Battlefield 6, Battlefield Studios, Electronic Arts. I'm really thankful, I am grateful, and actually a lot of people around the world too. Thank you for making them shake and rethink about their new strategy, because Call of Duty is totally different. It needs to be back like when it was OG, when it was great, when lots of people at school, at university, at work, all they did, it was talking about the new Black Ops or Modern Warfare 2, 3, whatever. That's the time, that's the perfect OG time, and I want it back. And Battlefield 6, it's a huge influence into the Call of Duty franchise. Competing each other, who's best, because clearly this war is definitely won by Battlefield. I mean, Call of Duty, not a chance. They didn't even reach 100,000 players in open beta on Steam. But Battlefield 6, over 500,000 players in open beta. 5 times more. That is a huge flop, guys. But thank you, Battlefield Studios, all the devs, Electronic Arts, Vince Zampella. We are grateful. Thank you. We really appreciate it. And please, don't mess this up. Just keep supporting this game and don't make it an annual release. So drop a like to this video, guys, subscribe to this channel. Also make sure to share this video to as many people as you can, and definitely share your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll see you on the battlefield. Let's go!